Pattaya People Party Patrol. All the hot party news from Pattaya.
A really brilliant party we attended was the Brazilian Food Festival at Zico's restaurant, which was supported by Centara Grand Mirage Beach Resort. They actually had two special guest Brazilian chefs who had come over all the way from Brazil, especially for this weekend-long food festival. Many special guests also attended the event, including Pattaya's Deputy Mayor Ronakit Ekasing, the Minister of the Brazilian Embassy, Mr. Jose, and the Brazilian Ambassador, Mr. Paulo, who has a very long name which everybody struggled to pronounce, but I'll give it a go. Mr. Paulo Cesar Miera de Vasconcelos. Well, I hope I pronounced that right. But anyway, I had the pleasure of getting a quick interview with Mr. Paulo, and I asked him, is this your first time here at Zico's restaurant?
I've been here like 5-6 times. Since I arrived here, let's say twice a year, I always come here.
So what do you think?
No, I think it's a typical Brazilian churrascaria, like a barbecue place, very typical of Brazil. And sometimes they organize events, and I always come because it's really a typical Brazilian restaurant.
And I also heard that they have a brilliant Brazilian show here. So have you seen that show here at Zico's?
Yes, I have. It's also a typical show of Brazilian mulatas, and dancers. They are extraordinary. You're going to see every year when I celebrate the National Day, the Brazilian National Day, in Bangkok. I always bring them there, and it's a big success. Everybody stops talking and they just look like that.
I've never seen the show before,
You're gonna
but
enjoy it.
I'm really looking forward to it. So more on the serious side of things, how is the relationship between Thailand and Brazil?
The relation between the two countries is excellent, but Thais don't know Brazilians very well, and Brazilians don't know Thais very well. So I think my big challenge here is to make those two people know a little bit more about each other. That's why those events like showing Thais, like how is the Brazilian food, that's part of it. At the same time, like 1 month ago, the Thai ambassador in Brazil organized a Thai festival, a Thai food festival too. So we are doing the effort on both sides to show each other what our country has to offer, our culture, what we like, what we do, because there is a sympathy between the two countries. Whenever I say I'm Brazilian, people, Thais, they say, oh, great, football, yeah. And the same thing in Brazil. Whenever you talk about Thailand, say, oh, beautiful, those people dancing like that, yeah. But that's all. They don't know much. So it's our job to try to teach a little bit more about Brazil in Thailand.
This is my first time that I'll be trying Brazilian food. For the people who haven't tried Brazilian food, how would you say it's different compared to Thai food?
Well, Brazil, as you know, is very big. So the food depends very much on the region. So in the south of Brazil, you have food like barbecue, food more or less like the other South American countries. If you go to the Amazon, you have food more with an Indian influence, okay? In Rio, in São Paulo, you have a mixture, of all the cultures, of all the people there. So it depends very much. The food from the Northeast could be the one you could say more similar to Thai. It's spicy, it's one of the main ingredients is seafood. So a little bit like here. Perhaps the food in other parts of Brazil, it's different. They are not so much spicy, and then it's the ingredients are different.
And that was Mr. Paulo, the Brazilian ambassador of the Great Brazilian Food Festival at Zico's. I did have the chance to check out all the great Brazilian food there that night, and I must say that it was absolutely out of this world. Just after the ribbon cutting, there was the special Brazilian dance show by the gorgeous Brazilian dancers, and even a bartender show, which was quite interesting. By the end of the night, they got everyone up dancing, and everyone seemed to have a brilliant time. If you haven't been to Zico's restaurant before, I definitely recommend you check it out. It's located right in front of Central Festival Mall, right on Beach Road, And they have that brilliant Brazilian dance show every evening, 8 p.m. and 9 p.m, excluding Mondays. And don't forget, you can always see the footage from this event and information on upcoming events on our Facebook page, Pattaya People Party Patrol.
All the hot party news from Pattaya. Pattaya People Party Patrol.